Hello, welcome to Hellotouf, the YouTube channel for film reviews, Czech reviews and film talk. And today we're going to be talking about The Painted Bird, which is an epic film starring Stellan Skarsgard, Harvey Keitel and Julian Sands, and directed by the Czech director Vaclav Marhoul. Let's have a look at the trailer. The Painted Bird is a historical epic that really shows the brutality of war, the depravity of human nature, and highlights some of the atrocities that informed the Second World War. It's significant to note that while German, Russian officers and Cossacks and people from villages are represented, each of the groups are guilty of these hideous acts that our protagonist witnesses. No stone is left unturned, and no one party is more guilty than the other. There is equal kindness balanced with hideousness, and what suffers the most at the hands of humanity is nature. Our lead character witnesses this throughout the whole story. The Painted Bird is an epic visual poem that really gets you to question humanity and the power that religion played in the early 20th century, especially around Eastern Europe. Ultimately, what it seems to come down to is that really the time was about survival, especially in the context of this story. The central performance from PETR KOTLÁR, the young man in the story, is absolutely remarkable, subtle and stunning. He's a rare talent, and actually this film did remind me of other films like Empire of the Sun, notably because of Steven Spielberg's film and Christian Bale's performance. Vaguely, though, I might add. As the film is predominantly silent, it also reminded me of the work of Ingmar Bergman, the film The Battleship Potemkin, and the early films of David Lean. Each part of the film is told from the perspective of Petr's character, a war orphan traversing the lands of Europe during World War II, and there are 9 stories in the film that follow his thread. Every move in this film is structured in a very subtle and subdued way, shot in an observational documentary-like style as a narrative construct, and it's almost as if the camera doesn't want to intrude on the action or on what you see. It merely wants you to reflect on what you see through our protagonist's eyes. Vision, what is seen, what is experienced, is the true theme of this film, and that is what stands out with The Painted Bird. There's also a heavy relationship to nature, and how that affects us, our relationship to it. The subtlety of nature in terms of how it just keeps on moving on, really. There's nothing you can do, you just have to go with it. I don't want to explain that any further, as I think you just have to see the film to discover the true beauty contained within this film. Other notable cast members in this film include Kier, Lech Dyblik, Julia Ventova, Stellan Skarsgard, Harvey Keitel and Julian Sands. The last two mentioned did pretty good Czech and Polish language interpretations, and Barry Pepper also returns as a sniper, who you might remember as the sniper in Saving Private Ryan. It's actually quite nice to see him back in a soldier's role and actually on the big screen. And this time he's playing a sniper for the Russians. Clearly he knows his craft. The story of The Painted Bird is based on the book by Jerzy Kosinski, which was quite a controversial book at the time when it was released in the 60s and 70s. I haven't read the book, but it is also deemed to be based on Jerzy Kosinski's childhood growing up during World War II. A word of warning though, this film does contain some very brutal scenes, and please be warned when approaching this film because it's not for the light-hearted. I won't name scenes, but it's important to approach with caution, and the searing truth of this film is that it does highlight the reality of the regimes that dominated Eastern Europe during World War II. The film was adapted for the screen and directed by Vaclav Marhoul, who has masterfully crafted this epic war tale of an orphan that highlights the brutality of growing up and coming of age in a past that at times feels strangely not too long ago. The film was made in Poland, the Ukraine and the Czech Republic, but has leanings and investment from Poland, Germany and Russia. So really it's a remarkable artistic piece that transcends the boundaries within which the story is contained, but also is an important story to be told and to be remembered to validate the history of Eastern Europe. It shows that it wasn't just one country that suffered from political regimes, whether they be at the hands of the Nazis, the Communists, the pagans, the Russian Cossacks and or religion. It was all of them. Humanity is the victim here. The Painted Bird gets an unsurprisingly strong 5 out of 5 from me, and while it may be long, it's 100% worthy of your attention. I highly recommend downloading or streaming this film, or catching it in the cinema on its release. If you're a fan of cinema, Bergman, lean, war epics, and also intended to tackle an epic film during sort of like these long lockdown evenings, I really can't praise The Painted Bird enough. The Painted Bird is on general release in the UK and Ireland now, and is available on demand. I'll put some links in the description for you to find it. That's it, thanks for watching my review on The Painted Bird. It is a genuinely really good film, and I really think you should try and check it out as soon as you can. It's quite a reflective and interesting film, and it's definitely worth checking out. So do check out The Painted Bird if you're into war films and also into the cinema of Bergman and David Lean. If you'd like to check out more reviews, please click here, and if you'd like to subscribe, please click here. Please like and subscribe, and do leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. It'd be great to hear your thoughts on The Painted Bird if you do get to see it on demand. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Thanks very much.